There we go.
By the way, we are live
Yay!
with some music going in the background to give people a chance to join us without missing anything. That's one thing that frustrates me. I get notification that a stream has started, and I go to kick onto that stream, and I got 30 seconds to 45 seconds worth of commercials. I got to try to wait myself through before I can join the stream. So this is a nice way to do it. Start the stream, give it about a minute of royalty-free music, sometimes royalty-free. Okay, and now we're going to stop the music and get up here to the comment section. All right. And now I got a cough.
Of course.
Okay, well, at least I knew it was coming to where I could mute myself. Good morning, Ms. Ramen.
Morning.
And how are you doing this wondrous morning?
Well, I'm good. I'm good. I'm still above ground. So hey.
Did you get any sleep last night?
You sweet summer child. Oh.
I knew the answer to that just by your voice, but that's beside the point.
Hey, I'm doing good here.
Oh, yeah, my legs were hurting last night, so I went to bed at 9 o'clock to work, basically so I could elevate my feet up.
Mhm.
And I didn't fall asleep until after 10 when the wife
Ooh,
came
you
to
naughty
bed.
boy.
Well, I mean, I just laying in bed listening to the old radio shows. Which one was it? Ah, cotton picking. The Green Hornet.
Ah.
Listening to the old Green Hornet radio shows from 1943, I believe.
All right.
Okay, and the that's what I go to sleep to at night. Is old radio shows.
That's
I've gone
nice.
through I've gone through Superman and Batman.
You had
Uh,
Flash Gordon yet?
no, I hadn't done the Flash Gordon ones yet. Um, Dragnet,
Hmm.
just all kinds of I'm the Traveler. The Traveler is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're semi spooky.
Oh, okay.
They're not horrifying, but they're semi. The unique twist.
Oh.
Like one guy, he kept meeting this woman over and over and over again, right? Throughout
Okay.
different points of his life,
Mhm.
and when he meets her for the last time, and he finally gets to find out her name, because very beautiful woman. He's been trying to find her for all throughout his adult life.
Uh
Turns
oh.
out this beautiful woman is dead.
Of course. Well, hey, some of the best stuff we watch is about death.
So then, anyway, so that's pretty good. So anyway, I finally thought, I took some extra pain pills and finally went to sleep. 1 o'clock this morning. Well, actually 12:30, but then at 1 o'clock I finally was like, okay, I might as well forget about it. I am going to go ahead and get up.
Oh, look at you. You're
So
getting there. We're getting you there.
I went ahead and got up, and I'm already on my sixth or seventh cup of coffee.
Oh, dear God.
I'm talking 12-ounce cups.
Yeah.
So anyway, Dar will not be with us today. He had business or something he had to attend today, or he was traveling.
Boo.
But he no, wasn't he going on vacation today?
Something. I don't know.
I can't remember. Damn gabapentin.
Oh, you say damn gabapentin. You should be saying, yay, gabapentin. You know.
Afternoon, Fury. Good to see you
Uh,
out there, my friend. Um, there is a piece of good news for some people, I guess.
what?
I'm just going. I know this is sort of politics and such, but some people gonna call it a good thing.
Spit it out.
The education department announced that they are going to be forgiving $36 billion in student loans.
You fucking kidding me?
No,
You know what? I'm just gonna shut my happy mouth.
yeah, they announced that this morning. That's one of the first pieces of news that I woke up to.
If I had known they were forgiving that shit, I would have gone back to school. I really.
But
Get
I've been in a movie mood here lately.
get me my gender studies degree and pay for it. Fuck. Yeah, I'm
Your
gonna shut
gender
up.
your gender studies degree?
Oh yeah, get me that.
Yeah, you know all about genders. There's two of them, right?
Absolutely. Three if you count assholes, but hey, that's a whole other
Well,
discussion.
there's always the bonus hole.
Oh my fucking god! You know what? I thought Ralph was punking me. He told me that people in England are now starting to call vagina the front hole. I'm like, no.
No, it's the bonus hole now.
No, that's standard for women. That's not a bonus. Fuck that. It's a bonus if it gets carved into you, okay? The front one. God damn it, furry. I'm gonna call you furry. You keep fucking around me.
Oh,
Fuck.
that got your adrenaline pumped.
No, it just made me angry and headachy and sleepy. Not
Oh,
just angry and headachy.
okay.
I'm just fucking. I'm. God. You know, I said I was gonna be good today.
Yep. Well, I don't want to make you angry today, okay?
It's
So,
it's kind of my
well,
default mode.
but like I said,
Good rolls.
I've been into some movies here lately. Oh man, I've been watching that da, 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 da. Oh man, now I'm going to kick myself in the butt.
Netflix, movie
No, not
theater.
Netflix. DVD thing I got in the
Oh,
other day. My Wild Wild West series. I've been
oh.
watching I've been watching one DVD a day,
You
which
know
is
what?
usually about 5 episodes.
It's kind of like what me and Ralph are doing. We're going back and watching Supernatural from the beginning, and we're on the last season now.
Ah,
Some good shit.
and well, see, this is back when the episodes were 55 minutes long or 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
So you're talking almost 5 hours worth of episodes,
Hmm.
and that's not including the bonus stuff.
You say bonus holes, I'll kill you.
No, 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 no,
All
no.
right. All
The
right.
interviews with um, the different actors
Yeah, I
that
get.
were in the series. Okay. So anyway, but part of this whole thing though was, like on the pilot episode, it wasn't the Wild Wild West. It was just the Wild West
Yeah.
on the pilot episode, and they added the extra wild in there to indicate it wasn't a serious It wasn't going to be a serious show. That is meant to
Mhm.
be a fun show to watch.
Okay.
Okay. It wasn't supposed to be a true reenactment of the West. All right. I mean, come on, Doctor Lovelace, the uh, the the dwarf,
I didn't watch it.
or the what do they call him now? The not short people,
Little people.
little people. Thank you.
Alright.
Anyway, have you ever? Uh, you don't even know who Doctor Lovelace was, do you?
No, sweetheart, I don't.
Doctor Lovelace, Wild Wild West here, and images, and so let me share this for you real quick. Cancel that. Okay. Present. All right. There's the original Dr. Lovelace.
Okay, let me switch tabs.
Michael Dunn as Dr. Miguelito Lovelace.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, not that. Not that one. There. Not that guy, but this guy here.
Alright.
So anyway, yep. So uh, like I said, got watching that and seeing this guy. This is one of the few returning bad guys in the entire series. He was in I think they said either 5 or 9 episodes over the 5 years. So under tall, gravitationally oppressed, people of
People with stealth.
stealth.
You're beginning to describe the thief.
uh, but anyway, I'm just loving watching these old shows. Another thing I noticed was that uh, in the original series, every time I went to go to a commercial, they had these little squares that would be replaced with um, the closing video, the closing picture prior to going to commercial,
Oh.
right?
Alright.
And but the square was initially filled either with the hand. There was a hand in one square, a boot in another, a woman in one, a guy laying on the dirt and the street in another one, right? Well,
Alright.
the one with the woman uh, in the animated beginning, the Robert Conrad character, Jim West, would go over and give her a kiss. And while he was kissing her, she'd pull out a knife and go to stab him in the back.
Uh,
Well, for the first few episodes, he'd kiss her so well that she'd just go over and lean up against the thing with the wall, a smile on her face,
oh. Alright.
right?
Alright.
Well, then they changed it to where he hauled off and decked her.
Wow, you can't even think about putting that up nowadays.
And that I mean is like, I'm waiting to see when that actually changes, because I think that's such a okay, that's interesting. It went from doing such a job kissing her that she decided not to stab you in the back to I'm just going to go ahead and deck you for the hell of it.
Oh,
But anyway, as part of this, I'm getting a long way around to it. I found that shows and TV programs and movies and such based on books I didn't know were based on books,
Okay.
and I found a listing of 23 of them, and I figured we go across them.
Mm, mm.
Okay, like here's the first one: Die Hard. Not only is Die Hard based on a book, Nothing Lasts Forever, it's actually a sequel to a 1966 movie based on The Detective, which was the first book by the same guy. And in The Detective, Frank Sinatra played the lead character.
Wow.
So now I got to track down that movie, The
I
Detective.
would watch it. It sounds good.
I've got to detract it. I've got to track that movie down.
Oh, God damn it, Fury. Your poor girlfriend.
What?
I remember when one of my girlfriends, I'm not sure. I'm sad because of her height or because he called her trial size.
Oh, my wife is 5'3",
Mm-hmm.
and of course I'm 6'3".
Mm.
All right. So I actually have two nicknames for her depending on what kind of mood I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is FLP,
Oh, front leaning post. Okay.
favorite leaning post, and the other one is Triple S.
Oh my God, you're terrible.
Do you know what Triple S stands for?
Triple small.
No.
What?
Sexy short stuff.
Oh.
See, I can be nice about it and tease her about being short at the same time. She just calls me her big pita. Pain in
That's
the ass.
Oh, I was thinking like a pita bread. You just wrap yourself around her and keep her
No,
warm, like a know.
no, I'm her big pain in the ass.
Okay, I I'm not getting involved in that mess. I ain't
Yeah,
touching it.
I don't blame you. So anyway, Die Hard is not the original movie. Son of a gun. Did not know that. I am going to track down the detective because I think I've heard of it,
Okay.
but I've the detective with Frank Sinatra. Oh, police detective Joe Leland investigates the murder of a gay man and discovers official corruption in New York City. Ooh, that
Wow, that's
sounds good.
progressive.
Yeah, that actually 1968. Let's watch the trailer. It's not like we're in a rush.
Right?
Okay, is that got it where you can see it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
See it? I tried to click it just now.
okay, why does this thing keep scrolling down? All right.
Mm-hmm.
On floor. Left side of skull crushed. Cuts on face and chest. Fingers shredded.
Mm.
Don't hurt your shins. All right, baby. Come on. Come on.
You have to tell my parents, are you?
What's that? Agitators. They do not like living in garbage cans. Joe, that's not.
And Jacqueline Bissett as Norma, who lifts the lid on a big, sick scandal.
There's some sort of conspiracy. I don't know what it is, but there is.
Lying nude on floor. Lying nude on floor.
Okay.
Left side of skull crushed. Cuts on face and chest. Thing.
So that looks halfway decent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I mean, I don't. I'm a Frank Sinatra fan anyway. So
Mm.
let's see here. And this other computer is ready to shut down. Update and restart again. God, how many updates am I behind on that computer? I just updated it yesterday. All right. Anyway, I did not know Forrest Gump was based on a book.
I did not either.
The novel was not well known before it became a movie. In the book, Forrest uses profound language. The author wanted him to be played by John Goodman.
Good luck running around the world with him.
No one believes me when I tell them Forrest Gump was a book that was way out there with him going to space with a monkey and crash landing back on an island with cannibals he has to beat at chess in order to escape being
Oh my
eaten.
God, I want to read that book. That's the movie I want to see right there.
Oh no. Yeah, that's something. I don't know if I want to read the book, but that sounds like the movie. Sounds like an interesting movie. Yeah, I was reading an article with Tom Hanks the other day about this movie, and when they brought in the kid that played Gump as a boy, they he's a child actor out in Mississippi.
And he
And the
had that.
way he talked was his natural way of talking.
Yeah.
And rather than trying to get him to talk more like Tom Hanks recorded hours of conversation with him to learn how to talk like him.
I've seen that interview. Yeah, that was a good interview.
Oh, you saw that? Okay.
Yeah, I love the idea though that yeah, it was.
All right. And we just had a weather warning for my area of Florida.
Ooh.
That was that alarm that just went off. Okay, let's see here. Mean Girls. Did you ever see that movie?
It's funny as hell. Yeah.
Okay. Mean Girls is based on Queen Bees and Wannabes, a self help book for parents whose daughters are going through high school.
Wow.
Really? That movie was based on a self help book?
They did a good job with it. I can see that now though, because there are some points where she narrates like it from her own head. The lead and it describes behaviors and things like that. Yeah. So yeah, I can buy that. It's one of those things you look at it and you go, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Huh. I've never seen the movie, so.
It was fun. It was cheesy fun. I
Okay.
heard there was a sequel, but it looked like crap, so I never watched it.
They added new plots about stuff that literally didn't exist in the books. It wasn't about Logan Lerman's fault, though. He did give the best he could. Oh, these are about some other movies. Oh, okay. Jurassic Park, yeah, I knew that was based on a book
Yeah.
because I think I actually read the book. Or I was looking at buying the book, whatever.
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't read that. I heard that was a book, but I hadn't read it.
Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, I didn't they release an American version of this?
I don't remember. I don't know.
or did they just
I think they added
do it
dubbing.
and
I think
added subtitles or dubbing or something to it?
I saw it with subtitles.
Because I remember seeing ads for a movie that was about a moving city.
I think it's different, but I don't know. But what I did not know about this, it was actually a trilogy of books. So I probably want to go find those because that looks interesting.
Okay. Well, now you need to go get the other two books.
Well, I didn't read the first one, so I have to get all three. But yeah, I'm gonna do
Ah.
that. And then they're gonna sit on my computer, and I'll never read them.
Get them
Hmm.
in audiobooks and listen to them.
I can't. I can't focus on those. The only one I
Oh.
ever was able to enjoy was um. Oh God, what is it? The Southern something printer primer.
Okay. All right. I gotta pause here for a second.
Okay. Bill and Ted meets Planet of the Apes. Oh, good lord. I was thinking of oh god, who was that author? Matheson. Was it Tim Matheson? Because a lot of his stuff was like, hold on, was it Tim Matheson? It was Philip K. Dick and Tim Matheson. He did
Okay, I'm back. Which one are we talking
okay.
about?
Oh, he was saying Crichton and Philip K. Dick have so many movie adaptations. It's unreal. And
Oh yeah.
Arthur C. Clarke. But help was it Richard Matheson? Every time I say it, oh, shit, is it Tim Matheson or Richard Matheson? One of them's an actor and the other's the writer, and I got to get this shit straight.
And Richardson's the writer.
Thank you, Richard. Okay, yeah, well, a lot of his stuff is like in multiple, like each title will have multiple productions.
Yep.
Um, God, what was that one with the girl? Now I'm gonna say every movie. The one with the girl, you know that one.
Okay,
No,
and which movie doesn't have a girl in it?
right? No. Was it Whisper something? Oh, I Am Legend.
Was
Hell
it
yeah.
Matheson book or?
Was a Matheson book, Stir of Echoes, because I read that one. It's good.
Oh,
Yeah, and he had a lot of stuff in the Twilight Zone and Outer Limits and TV movies, and then they get made into big. Yeah, yeah. Wow, I love that
yep.
stuff though.
I've read a lot of Matheson books and short stories in my life.
That was the only book I read of him, but I'd seen a lot of his stuff without knowing it as a kid. Oh wow, I did not know this was a book.
Look at that cover.
Yeah, matches. I mean, it matches roughly how he was presented in the movie. So
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, my DCS called me.
DCS for what?
Yeah. I have no idea. They said wrong number and hung up on me.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I can live with that. I like wrong numbers from DCS. That's the only reason why I bothered taking a phone call in the middle of a stream, you
Yeah.
know. Oh, so anyway. The movie, let's see, it's based on a picture book in which a terrifying orc kind of accidentally saves a princess.
Oh, I did like the movie though. I didn't see the others. My kids did.
I liked the first one. The second one was okay, and I think that's as many as I've seen.
No,
You
man, the
know,
last one. I don't know if it was really the last one. The Final Wish was really good. It
I
was 3D.
we've got them all because of my grandson, but
Oh man, the Final Wish one was super good though because it was like a big what if. Like where Rumpelstiltskin takes his future and everything. It was a real, and everything's just fucking awful.
Oh.
Where if what if he'd never gone to rescue the princess? Yeah, it was.
Oh, I take it him and the princess were having marital squabbles.
Oh yeah, because his life, he was basically a tamed ogre at that point, and
Yeah.
yeah, it
Well,
was.
isn't every man once they get well, not every 90% of men once they get married, at some point they go, I wonder what my life would have been like if I'd never gotten married.
A lot of people. I do it all the
You
time.
know?
What if I'd never come to Florida? I'd be able to walk properly, probably. Dude, my fucking hip, if you had any idea. It's fucking awful. Yeah.
Okay, Legally Blonde.
I would never have guessed that one.
Never read it, never watched it.
Never read it either or watched it, but hey.
Big difference. The book is set at Stanford, not Harvard.
I don't see the difference.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. Okay. Perfect or Pitch Perfect. I always want to say Perfect Pitch.
I never saw the movie. It looked ridiculous.
Isn't there a couple of them
Yeah.
based on a nonfiction book?
Oh, wow. It took a
Who's
lot of liberties with.
an author who spent a season following collegiate a cappella groups around the country. Huh. Interesting. I like listening to a cappella groups will sing
Hmm?
as long as whoever they got, because anymore yet they always have somebody doing beatbox.
Yeah.
And as long as the guy, whoever it is, guy or gal doing the beatboxing is actually good at it, then it doesn't bother me.
Mhm.
But if they're no good at it, I want nothing to do with what listening to them because that beatboxer can ruin it. Mrs. Doubtfire, based on Madame Doubtfire. It's got to
Wow.
be French.
Hmm.
The film adaptation Madame Doubtfire follows Anne Fine's young adult novel pretty closely, except in the book, the two oldest children immediately recognize their new nanny as their father in disguise. I saw this movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was a good movie. It really was. And that's as far as I want to say, as much as I want to say. I'm just going to say it was a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Robin Williams made it.
Mhm.
Goodfellas. I read that book, Wise Guy. I did not, and I saw Goodfellas, but I never connected the two.
Oh,
But then, I mean, I read Wise Guys probably years before the movie was made.
mhm.
That was a good movie. Joe Pesci
I
and
love Joe Pesci.
Ray Lolita or Ray what's it?
Ray Liotta. I know who you're talking
Ray
about.
Liotta. Thank you. He was such an undercredited actor.
Yeah. Mhm.
He he never got out of that mob movie, that mobster role, which was a shame because I really think he could have done better roles besides that.
He even did that in GTA, that whole mob thing.
Oh, did he? Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's what he was making money at, so why not? I didn't play GTA. I haven't played any of them.
I didn't play any of them until they announced the online mode, and you can make your own character and shit. And
Oh, but yeah, that was a good movie though. You ever know? Oh, no, this isn't a good stream for that discussion. We'll go. We'll remind. We'll talk about that later.
well, I can't remind you because I don't know what it is, so
Okay. The Parent Trap.
didn't know that was
Yep,
either.
both versions of the Parent Trap are based on Lisa and Lottie.
Oh
Books
my god, I read that when I was little.
written in German.
I read that they had it in my library when I was very. I God, I just recognized the title of it. Oh wow! And there were two
Let's see
little
if I can
blonde
get the
girls.
images to load. No, the images aren't loading. All right, what is it? Lisa and Lottie. So let me
Yes.
see if I can find that. Lisa and Lottie. Oh, you can buy the book over Walmart and Target. All right, so let's see. All right, here is the original. Can I big in that? Yep. Here is the original cover.
All I see is okay.
There is the original cover.
It's pretty.
Okay, and then here is the modern cover. As soon as I get back to this screen, back over here, here. And there's the new cover.
Oh wow!
So you can go to Target and get it for $9.49 because they got $1 back on it. App Fame game for $3.85. Here's some more covers.
It's had a lot of different covers.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is interesting. This is looks like the one that come out of the crap. Anyway,
That looks like a very 80s kind of book, like The Babysitter's Club and Sweet Valley High.
okay, if you're saying Ray is exiled in Cambodia?
It's you said the name Ray Lolita
Oh,
instead of Ray
oh,
Liotta.
oh, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Clive Barker, Bradbury, Wyndham.
They've had a lot of adaptations of their books to
Yeah,
movies. One of my favorite, I think it was Bradbury, was Something Wicked This Way Comes.
yeah, yes,
The
that
book
is
was
a
so good.
yep. Definitely is good. So, okay, let's get back to this other mess. Share screen. Okay. Oh, that's right, because we didn't have a. Okay, why am I not being able to scroll this screen now?
Well,
There,
yeah.
wait. Okay, there. Now it goes. All right. Who censored Roger? Who framed Roger Rabbit, and who censored Roger Rabbit?
Well,
The movie version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit is based loosely on the book. In the book, rather than animated cartoons, the characters are well-known comic strip characters like Snoopy. Oh, from 1980. Oh, the book was written in 1981. Huh. Gary K. Wolf. That name sounds awfully familiar. I should know that name from somewhere.
maybe because it sounds familiar to Philip K. Dick. I don't know.
I don't know either.
This one I knew.
Oh, Rita Hayworth in the
In the
Shawshank
Shawshank
Redemption.
Redemption. Yes,
Yeah,
that it was a short story and it was a really good one.
the the thing was is the book, the movie actually did well.
Yeah,
Was sticking with the short story, and it actually flushed it out
that's what I was. That's exactly what I was
quite
going
a
to say.
bit.
Yeah, it really stayed true to the book.
Yep. And different seasons was a good book. It was a good collection. Was that Pupil in that one?
I'm not sure. I the one story that like just keeps jumping out at me is breathing lessons, and I don't know if that was in.
No, breathe. I don't think breathing lessons. At Pupil is the one book that made into a movie that I refused to see the movie.
Mm, hmm
That's the one about the kid who has the former SS
hmm
guy for a neighbor.
And he had a Nazi fetish and made the guy
Right,
tell stories and
and
shit.
yeah, and I absolutely refused to watch that movie. I didn't want nothing
I
to
would
do with that.
watch it because the kid was clearly a sociopath, maybe a psychopath, and it when you're dealing with sociopaths, they all have the same kind of wavelength, like a hive mind. And it's fascinating me for to read, to read and watch stuff like that. So
Uh, I don't know. It's just something about it would bother me to the point that
yeah,
it's like, nah. Especially the part where if they have it in the movie, I don't know, but where they go into the underground and beat up all the bums and end up killing a couple of them.
see, I didn't read that one. I
Oh,
I couldn't do it. I think I might have
okay.
read part of it and stopped because it was too much even for me.
Right. All right, let's get to a better story here. The Princess Bride.
I know it's a book. I couldn't read it. I was just started getting into the politics and the money and everything. I was like, no, I couldn't read it.
Mm. I
That
never read the book, so I wouldn't know what the kind of
that
politics got involved into it.
cover though, that cover's really pretty.
Yeah, that is a nice looking cover. That would
That's
definitely attract a young lady to watch it
yeah, that's the kind of book I'd
or
buy
to
just to
read it.
have it, just to
Yeah.
have the cover on my bookshelf. It's really pretty.
What's this one here? Oh, the Polar Express.
I didn't read it. I didn't know it was
Neither have I. It took my wife a couple of years to talk me into sitting down and watching the movie with her.
another Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah.
My kids have seen it though.
Oh, I've seen. In order for me to be able to sit down and watch my mirror or my oh a couple of my Christmas movies that I want to watch. I have to watch this with the wife.
I like the
So,
original cartoon, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
yes, the one
The
with Boris
real one.
Karloff doing the
Yeah.
voiceover. Yes,
And the animation was so beautiful.
yeah.
Max the dog,
I
you could see the misery on his face. He was so cute.
I I did not like the uh what's his name, Jim Carrey's
I
version.
know. I know. There
The
were a couple
wife
of
loves it.
parts.
The wife loves it. I hate it.
Mhm. Well, I don't like the movie overall, but I like clips of the movie, if you get what I mean, like little bits and
Yeah.
pieces of it. And then they did another one, which was like the 3D animation that everybody does now. They did that a few years ago, and it really wasn't great.
Uh, I'm not going to tell my wife about it. She'll want me to get it for her.
Oh, it's fucking horrible. Don't.
Okay. What's that? Psycho.
Ooh.
Alfred
I, sh-
Hitchcock's movie.
I should read that because I never saw the movie.
Okay. Written by Robert Bloch. Yes, I have read this one.
So it's another one of those I'll add to a list where nothing happens.
Oh, have you? I'm going to change subject here momentarily.
Uh huh.
Mostly because I'm holding it in my hand. All right.
Okay.
You should know what this sound is.
You're drinking. What are you drinking?
No, I'm not drinking anything. That's that sound of that cheese in a can.
Now, how would I know? Because I don't eat that shit.
Oh,
I do have
what?
whipped cream though, and that is similar enough. I should have guessed.
Right. They found one that I'm trying it. It's blue cheese.
Ew. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have had that gut.
I agree with you. The stuff is terrible. I'm going to eat the whole damn can, but the stuff is terrible.
Oh my
That
god.
barely tastes like blue cheese. They have it listed as a whip dip and dressing,
No.
but it is terrible. You can taste the chemicals in it. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? What a movie.
That was a great fucking movie.
When people no longer watch that is going to be a great movie lost.
I think a lot of people will air it on their channels when they lose the copyright on it. I think, like they did with the what do you call it, Night of the Living Dead. A lot of people put that on their YouTube or their
Yeah, that's true.
Twitch.
Well, Night of the Living Dead never had a copyright on it.
Really?
They- yeah, they screwed up and they forgot to copyright it.
It's one of the best movies that doesn't have a copyright.
Hmm. So that's what happened with Night of the Living Dead. So okay, what's next here? Clueless, based on a Jane Austen novel.
Okay, I never saw
Ba-
the movie and I never read Emma, so I'll just take their word for it.
okay, wait a minute. How can you say clue? Okay, well, um, it obviously came out long after I was a teen. So
Mm.
I don't see, this last line. You can make,
Yeah,
the movie that defines so many of our childhoods.
yeah, I'm seeing that about a lot of these movies. There she's putting up there, and I'm like, "Arr."
That movie doesn't define us. No.
No.
I mean, I've seen parts of Clueless on television,
Hmm.
and I was like, okay, this is about so silly. It's not even. But anyway. Oh, I've seen The Help.
I've seen clips of it. It's so cliche and kind of cloying and whatever, but I liked what I saw anyway. So
Yeah, I liked what I saw in the movie. It was good. Dun, dun, dun. Stardust.
didn't read that. I know there was a movie with Michelle Pfeiffer in it,
Okay.
and it was a bomb.
I've
Mhm.
I know nothing about it. Let's see here. In a countryside bordering on magical land, a young man makes a promise to his beloved he'll retrieve a fallen star by venturing into the magical realm. Let's see. Claire Danes, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Robert De Niro. Okay. If that's not a weird combination of actors to put together.
Mhm.
Huh. All right.
Oh wow!
How to Train Your Dragon.
Did not know that was a book. My son loved that movie.
That is actually good. It is actually very cute. And the sequel is just as good. Hiccup Horrendous Haddock the Third.
Okay,
All
now
right.
audio book being narrated by David Tennant. I might have to look into that one.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was just thinking the same thing because David, that could be interesting.
I can listen to that man all day. It's not that he's attractive. I just love his voice.
Wasn't he one of the Doctor Who's?
Yes, he was the second
Okay.
best out of the new ones.
I'm not a, what do they call themselves? Whovians?
Yeah, I'm not like I watched the original series as a kid, and I didn't get all of them because I didn't like some of the actors, but I was a little bit of a fan, and I liked some of the stuff from the new ones, and
See, well, we didn't get PBS where I
we
grew
didn't.
up.
Okay, we got it, but it was like they only showed it in Jersey, so they didn't show it in New York where I was living. So we had the UHF, VHF channels, and the fucking antenna and the aluminum foil, and constantly rearranging it, and it was still fucking snow filled. It was awful. But my brother was addicted, so we had to watch it, and I had to strain my eyes. And finally, I just gave up and listened to it like it was a radio serial because it was fucking awful. Yeah.
Now, my cousins did get PBS and they were Doctor Who fanatics
Well,
when I was growing up.
I think it's sad that not every PBS airs the same thing. Because if they aired Doctor Who in New York on PBS, I would have watched the hell out of it. Because I actually liked the first couple of Doctors. So, you know.
It's a
Oh,
Wonderful Life.
I love that stupid movie. I love it so much.
Yes. And it was a bomb at the theater.
Was it?
Hmm.
It was such a fun movie. Why would it bomb out? It's
Because
Jimmy Stewart.
it was released in July.
Oh. See, they should have released it on Thanksgiving weekend.
So, all right. Here's the. Did you know Alfalfa from the Little Rascals was in that movie?
Was he?
Yes.
Huh.
Remember the two guys that plotted having the basketball court floor split in half?
Okay, one of them was Alfalfa.
The tall one was Alfalfa.
I haven't watched this in a few years. I need to go back and rewatch it.
Let's
I no, seriously, I really love that movie. I didn't like it as a kid, but you know,
see. Alfalfa. Um it's a Wonderful Life. Okay, come on. All right, here we go. Let me open image in new tab. Okay, embiggen it. There you go.
uh,
Now that I told you, you can see it in the
yeah,
jawline.
oh yeah, the whole face, yeah. He's kind of creepy looking there.
Yeah, definitely kind of creepy looking. But
Uh,
then he was kind of creepy in the Little Rascals.
no,
Well, come on, he was always chasing Darlene.
my darling was an adorable little girl.
So Pee Wee and Baker. Oh, Pertwee. Pertwee.
John Pertwee. John Pertwee.
Okay. I need to. I gotta clean my glasses today. I gotta break out the Sonic cleaner.
Uh,
Let's see here. Did a security heritage railway line up here in North England. Oh, oh wow, that's pretty neat there, Fury. Oh, that poor guy forgot to get permission, and then I'm sure they would have gave him permission to use that name, Polar Express.
mhm.
So Gaiman's overrated. I'm I'm not really familiar that much with Gaiman to say yes or no to that statement. I'll take your word on that one.
I liked the first one, William Hartnell and Pertwee and Davison. I seem to go like every other one. You know, it's weird, but yeah, I wasn't really crazy about Baker.
All right. Seems like every time I stop sharing this screen, then come back to it, I've got to give my computer a chance to catch up to what I'm doing. There we go. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Mm.
I've never heard of either one.
My kids liked the movie. It's I never heard. I didn't know it was based on a book.
Though the animated movie is technically based on the book, it's completely different. An elderly grandfather tells his children a bedtime story about food falling from the sky. In the movie, young inventor creates a machine that actually makes it happen.
Yeah.
All right. And so, shall we take and make a biblical event happen and retell it for the modern children?
Sure.
Yeah, manna from heaven
Oh.
fed, fed the Jews as they escaped Egypt.
Okay.
see, me wanting to become a preacher at one time comes in handy sometimes.
Yes, it does.
Yes, I was very seriously considering joining going through a seminary and becoming a preacher.
What changed your mind?
Lack of money to pay for the seminary.
Wow. If it weren't for that, you'd have been Father Shroom.
No, I wouldn't have been father. I just been a straight Protestant preacher.
Mm.
But I mean, that's why I joined the Air Force because I didn't have enough money to do anything else. Well, Hatton was good. Like Davis, wasn't a big fan of Baker too. Y'all still talking Doctor Who. Y'all can talk
Yeah.
Doctor Who all you want. I know what I know about it is, what the exterminate.
And Alex, yeah.
Yeah, Daleks.
Wow.
Okay, that and this female Doctor Who absolutely
Mm,
destroyed the
yeah, it destroyed the
entire,
series.
destroyed everything,
Yeah.
destroyed all the canon.
And you know what the worst thing was? Is okay, in the 80s, people actually wanted a female doctor. Like, it was like this huge forbidden scandal kind of thing. Because, oh my God, how could he be a woman after that? People were like, yeah, you should make a female doctor and blah, blah, blah. Um, and it never happened. Now it's done as pandering and everybody hates it.
Well, if they wouldn't, again, me not knowing the Doctor Who stuff, but anytime you bring in a new character and a character that switches bodies,
Hmm.
so obviously if it can switch bodies, they can become any gender, any race,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, obviously.
So having a black Doctor Who, having an Indian Doctor Who, having uh, even an American or a South American Doctor Who, all that is possible. It was the fact that they brought him in and the storylines destroyed previous canon.
Okay.
That's the part that, when I read how that happened, I it didn't so much upset me as I could understand why people got upset.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't follow all that drama. I mean, like the new series, all I saw was Eccleston and Tennant,
Hmm.
and I really loved Eccleston because he had great mannerisms. He really looked alien. Like he had some rapid blinking issues, and he was kind of stiff, and it just, yeah, I loved his portrayal. And I know you like Billy Piper. She's hot and all, but I think the best pairing in the new series was oh God, what's her fucking name? What's her name? Catherine Tate. I forgot the name of her fucking character. Catherine Tate and Tennant, because they were really best friends. They didn't have any of that attraction thing going on. She was
Uh,
awesome.
there is no jumping between the sheets on them.
No, in fact, people would, other characters would be like, "Are you two married?" And they'd look fucking horrified, like, no, ew, no, Yeah, it was great. But my brother-in-law, we had before he became a complete asshole and his mask slipped. We had this really great rapport, and we go to the
Right.
store. He would, and my ex was always busy. He didn't want to go anywhere. He didn't want to do anything. So when it came for shopping, he would take me out, and we'd be goofing around and poking each other and joking. And people would ask us, "Are you guys? Oh, how long have you been married?" I'm like, "Are you on fucking crack?" And we would just look at each other like, "Ew, ew, no, that's my brother, ew, yeah."
Okay, yeah.
Donna,
That's my
thank you, Donna
that's my
Noble.
brother-in-law, not.
Well, we were really close. I called him my brother. But yeah, they did a special. It was the Red Nose Christmas special or whatever, and they had a thing with Catherine Tate as Lauren Cooper, one of her bratty school age characters, and Tennant as a substitute teacher. It's really great. You got to look it up. Oh my God, Mason is awake. Oh God. Yep, he's awake.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, can we go on, please?
Well, that's the last of those books.
Oh,
Book,
okay.
yeah, there's only 23 of them. All right. I mean, we spent an hour talking about 23 books, but
That
that,
was an hour. It didn't feel like an hour.
yep. Well, it was an hour. Uh, let's see here. Um, have have you thought about going the was that the movie that's making all the headway right now, Sound of Freedom?
I am going to get around to it. I haven't done it yet. So,
Yeah, I do believe I am going to try to get to see that here this week.
it's been so trashed. Oh, you know Lauren Cooper. Am I bothered? Yeah, I love her. Um, yeah, it's been so trashed by the left media. I really have to see it now.
Who knows Lauren Cooper? Or who is Lauren Cooper?
Okay,
That Fury that Fury knows him. Knows
Catherine
her.
Tate did has her own show. She was on Doctor Who. She has her own show, and one of the characters she plays, it's like a bit thing where she'd have recurring characters in their own little episodes or whatever in the show. So the one character that keeps coming back is Lauren Cooper, and she's kind of trashy. She's a trashy British high schooler. So yeah, she's a lot of fun to watch. I may actually drag my kitty butt to the cinema for Oppenheimer. It looked good. I don't know.
The thing that's getting me about this Sound of Freedom movie, not to get into I don't want to get into the politics behind it as why people are trashing it. But the thing that's getting me is the number of people who are reporting that theaters are intentionally doing things like turning on the heat
And turn yeah,
or
and leaving the lights on or whatever. And
leaving lights on or shutting the film down for 30 seconds at a time.
or doing things to make it so unpleasant that they end up refunding the people after the movie, and then it doesn't count as a view.
Right. And it's just like, is Disney being that petty?
Is it Disney? Could
Well,
be,
see,
yeah.
from Disney. See, Disney owned that movie,
Okay.
and they held on to it for years. And finally, Angel acquired the rights to it somehow, where
Oh,
Angel was able to release it into the theaters, and it just it whipped the Elementals' butt, and it whipped Indiana Jones's butt.
I heard Indiana Jones was an absolute shit show, and the theaters are empty. So I
The wife and I went and saw it opening weekend, opening Friday night. All right. And there wasn't 20 people in the theater.
yeah.
And this was at the biggest theater in the county. They have 16 screens,
Mm.
reclining chairs.
I'm gonna be very honest. I don't know why you'd have 16 screens for anything anymore because more people
Well,
are
no, no,
staying
I'm
home.
saying, well, the theater's been there now for about 10 years.
Uh huh.
So, but I mean, it's a 16 screen theater.
Oh, okay, okay,
No, it wasn't 16 screens for one movie.
okay. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
okay, I'm sorry. But no, this theater's got 16 screens in it, the reclining chairs. It's got an IMAX theater built into it. It's got this other new system built into it. There's another new system. Anyway, I mean, they technologically, it's about as up to date as they can get. It's got the 4D system built into it. It's
Okay.
got 3D and 4D.
For
Okay,
actually said something I wanted to ask. Is it Disney or is it the agenda driven brigade? Why not both? I mean,
Well,
it was
that's just yeah, because I understand Disney's rather upset that this movie that they own the rights to is making a bunch of money for someone else besides Disney.
I don't even think it's okay. We know Disney's been problematic, like the whole child
Right.
production thing. Not just Disney. We've seen Nickelodeon. You know, I would not put it past a movie company to buy a movie and lock it up to keep it from being made. And it's supposed to be based on a true story. And now
Uh,
everybody's saying, "Oh, there's really no child trafficking, and it's all made up, and blah blah blah." Yet, when during the last presidency, every week you were hearing about this ring getting busted and that ring getting busted all over the country. It was
right.
like every week you couldn't turn on the news without or lurk the internet without seeing news reports of more and more rings being destroyed. And then, now you don't hear nothing because it's a non-issue now. Yay, it's suddenly not a problem.
Yep.
you know so I don't know, maybe it's half of one and 50% of another. I don't know there, Fury.
But yeah, it's and we got a theater that opened up that's actually a little bit closer than that other one, so maybe I'll be trying to check that theater out.
Hmm.
Uh, being an ex-scientist and working with weaponry, and also having done work at BNFL, K-Purse Nuclear Enrichment, it's sort of relevant to my interests. Uh, hey, Data, morning to you. So, but yeah, that's oh, Matt, mm, 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 mm. you uh the now I can't remember his name. He does cooking on YouTube and TikTok and such.
That really narrows it down.
Gay guy out in New Zealand. Yeah.
Dylan oh, I love him. I love him
Okay.
so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
congratulations.
been watching. I've been watching a lot of his cooking stuff here. Did
Yeah,
you
he's got
see
some great stuff.
his chocolate cake that has made out of Hershey's chocolate syrup?
I saw something like that. Yeah, he actually liked it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
he actually liked it. But anyway, now there's another guy that does stuff on TikTok, the bearded one. It's a black guy, and he doesn't actually cook. He does reactions to other people's cooking.
Oh God, is it? My stomach's starting to bubble up. Not that
Yes,
guy. Is that guy?
yes,
Oh, my stomach is bubbling.
and
Yeah.
I that stuff is not approved.
Oh.
But he showed one the other day that's like I'm going to have to try it. I've never heard of this and before. But
Oh.
supposedly where he's from in Alabama, it's a constant thing. It's a real thing.
What is it?
Took a chicken and marinated it overnight in Milo's sweet tea.
That's fucking
Then
weird.
then breaded it and deep fried it.
That sounds nasty. I don't know, man. It just sounds nasty. And plus, tea.
So
That's like,
I got
oh
some
no.
chicken thighs and
Oh, don't do it, man.
I'm going to do it. I
Don't do
gotta
it,
try it.
man.
I've seen it. I now that I've seen it, I've got to try it.
Oh my God, no.
I will go and buy a thing of Milo sweet tea. And I really don't like Milo sweet tea because it's too sweet.
I don't like sweet tea. I know I'm gonna get yelled at. I don't like
I
shit.
well, I've cut sugar out of my diet for the most part.
But it has so much sugar you can't taste the tea.
And floppy drive cables, nice.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I'm going to go and buy some couple of the small things of Milo's tea,
Oh my god.
and I'm going to marinate my couple of chicken thighs in it overnight. That way they can't say I didn't do it long enough. And I'll use my vacuum sealer to make certain that I get all the air out and do it right, and then I'll see how. I'm sort of dreading it though, to be honest. All that sugar
Yeah, that's.
being in that chicken. I'm really sort of dreading it because I am not a fan. The past, I don't know, I quit drinking Pepsi about 7 or 8 years ago. And since then, I mean, a 5 pound bag of sugar lasts me 2 years,
Yeah.
depending on what I'm baking. Whereas I may go through 5 pounds of flour in a week, 5 pounds of sugar lasts me for a long time. Look, so you thought chicken thigh was just a cut of the cloth?
I wasn't gonna say it.
Did you watch Monkey Show last night?
I wanted to, but I fell asleep because I wanted to be up early for you,
Ah,
and then I woke up and it ruined it.
there is a new, as a female,
Uh oh.
I need your opinion on this latest style amongst women.
No.
Okay, particularly younger women, supposedly.
Oh god, it's gonna be fucking horrible.
Yes, it is.
Oh god
All
damn it.
right, putting on their bikinis, going to the beach.
Uh,
However, prior to putting on their bikinis, neglecting to do any kind of grooming
it's fucking nasty.
and letting all the unkempt
Nope, nope, nope. I know where you're
hair
going.
exposed.
I know where you're going.
I'm like,
Why?
why? I mean, I can understand not being a fan of the bald look or
Nah.
feel.
Get
You
a
know,
weed whacker in there. Keep that shit contained. I mean, god.
but you know, having it poke out from around your swimsuit.
Well, no, stop. No, no. You're not doing this today. Nope. A guy shouldn't even be doing it. Guys should, guys manscape more now. So, yeah, no.
Well, guys don't wear those kind of swimsuits.
Uh,
All right,
I've seen some speedos that are awfully suspect.
Speedos have been out of style other than for racing for many decades.
I don't know, man.
A- And as a guy who used to speed race and dive competition,
Wow.
yeah, I've 3 meter board. I
Yeah.
did 3 meter board and breaststroke.
Huh. I learn something new every day.
The Australian crawl, of course, but everybody does Australian crawl. Um,
I've
I,
never.
I could not get my shoulders to work for a butterfly. So
Wow.
yeah, at the end of the season back in the day, because I used to go out to the pool before the pool opened. Didn't hurt. I was dating one of the lifeguards,
Oh.
right? But I'd go out to the
Wow,
pool
chicka, wow, wow.
before the pool opened, and I'd knock out a mile swim every day, 5 6 days a week. You want something that will keep you fit. Swim a mile every day.
I can't swim though.
that that'll keep you fitter than running. And you want to party with some lifeguards.
Oh my god. So Baywatch was real.
Let's put it this way: at the end of the season, when they closed down the pool and they'd have the private party, there'd be tan line measuring contest. See who had the smallest tan lines.
It's fucking ridiculous.
So, yep. That's back in the '70s, though. Come on.
I ain't judging. I ain't saying nothing.
No, that's before these board shorts became the
I like
style.
I like board shorts. I am okay with a guy being in board shorts. That's the best thing ever.
See, when I can remember playing basketball in the short basketball shorts.
Oh my god, I remember those. They were fucking awful.
So my poor puppy, he's just walking around. He just needs somebody to sit down with on the couch and for him to bundle up next to because this rain has got him fussing and fuming. Got him outside though before it started to rain. Wife got him to go outside and take care of all of his morning business. So other than okay, I know I am still looking forward to seeing Dune 2 here in a couple of months when it comes out. I'm still irritated that I found out that it's going to be a three-part movie, not two-part movie series. Uh, 18 fun fact about 90s pulp culture.
Uh,
You liked the 90s, didn't you?
no,
No, you didn't like the 90s?
no, I was not in a good place in the 90s.
Good, then let's both make fun of these things.
Okay.
All right, let's make fun of these. What the hell is that just popped up on my screen?
Mm,
Oh, I found out why. One of the reasons I was having so much trouble with my computer the other day for the past
what?
week and a half.
What happened?
I deleted BitTorrent and everything started working fine. Well, not
Oh
everything, but
shit!
most of my stuff started working fine after that.
I have never had a problem with BitTorrent. I don't know what happened to you.
Mm. Remember, I was saying I was having a hard time. It wouldn't read my external drive.
Oh,
I think so. Okay, the
I
iconic
don't know.
scene.
Okay, I'm just gonna say real quick is I have two external drives. The first one is read fine. The second one came to me fucking just infected. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. So I don't, it could be that, but it might not be.
Hmm. Well,
That's
when I deleted the BitTorrent, all of a sudden it started working just fine. I was able to read the
huh?
external.
I don't know.
All right, let's see. The iconic scene in Clueless where Cher is being mugged and hesitates to lie on the ground because she's wearing,
Alea?
okay, is
I don't know.
inspired by something that really happened.
Yeah, I can see somebody being stupid and saying that.
All right. According to Amy Heckering, who wrote and directed the movie, she was once having dinner with some agents when one told this story about being mugged when he was wearing an Armani suit.
Armani.
Armani, okay. And when the mugger told him to get on the ground, he replied, "But this is Armani." All right. Well, I guess if you're wearing a suit worth a few $1,000s, you don't want to lay on
Yeah.
the ground in it.
No.
Same way if you're wearing a dress worth a few thousand.
But then again, I also want to live, so whatever.
Yeah, I'd learn how to plank.
Wow, look at you.
I'd learn how to plank.
Damn.
All right. Don't Turn Around was a huge hit for Ace of Base, but the song is actually a cover of a Tina Turner B-side.
Well, now I gotta look it up.
All right. I never heard of Ace of Base.
They were hot for a minute.
Okay. All right. Tina recorded the song in 1986 as B-side to Typical Male. Okay. Both Nirvana and MTV thought their now iconic episode of Unplugged was going to be a disaster. Oh, that's back when MTV actually played music.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I like some of the MTV Unplugged ones.
Is MTV still around?
I know they're still around. I don't know what the hell they do. I haven't watched it in decades.
Okay. Scream was not meant to be a duet between Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson.
Huh.
All right. I do not know that song.
It's not a great song.
Okay. In 1993, Mattel released the Earring Magic Ken doll. It wasn't a hit and became a huge seller among the gay men. This is mainly because he was dressed in sort of 90s gay club clothes with an earring and highlights.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you reading the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's wearing a magical ring as a necklace.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see how looking at that Ken doll, people think he was a gay man. Are you going to go see that Barbie movie?
Hell no. Watch my
Speaking of
daughter make me watch it. I don't
speaking
want
of
to go.
Ken,
I don't want to go. My daughter, I'm really praying. She just says, ew, no, and ignores it.
they recalled the dolls. Okay.
Um,
Uh-huh. Mattel issued the statement, we are not in the business of putting magical rings into the hands of little girls. Okay. Spice Girls did not come with their own nicknames. The journalist who wrote the article was too lazy to remember their names, just started giving them all nicknames. Scary Spice is the only one of the Spice names I remember. Do you remember any of the other Spice Girls nicknames?
Baby and Posh. That's about it.
Okay. Is Posh the one that married David Beckham?
I don't know, man. I remember the names. I don't know who went with
Oh,
what.
okay.
I just thought it was funny they named the black shit scary. I mean, whatever.
The opening credits to Sex and the City was inspired by the opening credits to Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Uh,
Huh. All right. I watched a few of those episodes and was never impressed by any of them being able to act.
no.
Vogue. Okay, I do not know this song by Madonna, Vogue. I'm assuming you know it, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm absolutely bored with this 90s stuff because there's nothing there that's even interesting.
No. I thought it'd be scandalous
I,
or
I, I thought it'd
surprise
be I,
me.
I thought it'd be more fun than this. Tony Braxton didn't want to record "Unbreak My Heart." Okay, who? All right, that. Okay, now this Spielberg got Jurassic Park because of the TV show ER. All right, my wife really liked that show. ER.
Okay.
She thought it was a great show. Steve Urkel is named after a real person.
Oh.
Okay, that was another show my wife liked. My wife and I, our taste in TV shows are directly opposite. So the real Steve Urkel's life was difficult because he constantly got prank calls and people assumed he was using a fake name. Yeah, that's true. Tom Hanks thought uh, Forrest Gump was going to flop. Okay. Uh,
Oh. That's not a pretty
um,
bag.
no, it's not, is it?
And it's so impractically tiny. Like, I think it's ridiculous, but okay.
Hey, but the Princess of Wales wore it.
Uh,
Okay. Oh, I remember Criss Cross. The guy's
yeah.
famous for wearing their shirts on backwards.
Um,
All right. Uh, Casper, the friendly ghost.
um,
Casper wasn't ever supposed to become human. Okay. Oh, that's Forehead Girl. Christy Ricci, isn't it?
Yep.
She's got a huge forehead. Rosie O'Donnell. All right. She was called the Queen of Nice until she got on there and beat up Tom Selleck.
Shit.
You don't beat up. Back in those days, you didn't beat up on Tom Selleck.
No.
Every woman in the country got mad at you for beating up on him. Crystal Pepsi wasn't a flop.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I didn't drink that shit.
Neither did we. Okay, that was a
Wow.
that was a waste
That
of
actually made me sleepier.
that was a waste of 15 minutes going through those.
Damn.
That what I don't understand. Why is it they come up with such bad ones?
I don't even know, man.
I don't know either.
Fucking millennials ruin everything.
Okay, come on, computer. You actually know how to work sometimes, don't you?
Uh,
How far you'd make it in Scream depends on how well you remember Randy's rules. I never watched any of the Scream movies, so I would never know.
well, there's some basic horror rules anyway that you would know without, you know, without having watched Scream. Like never split the party. That's like the biggest one.
Never what?
Never split the party.
Oh, okay.
If somebody has
Yeah,
to go to the bathroom, you take three other girls with you.
everybody go to the bathroom together.
Yep.
Okay. Never be the black guy.
That's kind of changing lately, which is good. I like that one. Although I still
Uh,
joke about it.
Never go out to have sex on the beach.
Don't go have sex. Period.
Uh, yeah, don't go out and have sex. Yeah, that's true. Let's see what else. Okay. Uh-oh.
No
Can you
drinking, no
hear?
drugs.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. No, my whole screen just did that. Uh, Went white,
Ooh. That means something's frozen.
and
Probably your browser.
well, it did it just as some thunder came rolling through. So I was like, okay. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. That's too political. I'm definitely not getting into that. Famous movie lines that were never meant to be said.
Uh,
Okay, let's see what we got here. All right. You can't handle the truth.
oh, okay.
All right. Jack Nicholson. Okay, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Oh, I'm speaking of Tom Cruise. I gotta say this.
Uh
I got. I had somebody offer to pay for me to go see this new Mission Impossible movie, and I really made him mad at me because I told him no. they asked me to go with them, and I said no. And they said I'll pay. I said no. They said I'll even buy you your popcorn and sodas. And I said no.
No.
They're like, why don't you want to go see it? You've seen other movies with Tom Cruise in them. I said yes, that's true. But I refuse to see any of the Mission Impossible movies. I have not seen any of them, and there's been
Okay.
7 of them now.
I don't even know, man.
Simply because in the very first one they made Jim Phelps a traitor.
Wow.
Jim Phelps was the hero of the TV series. He led the Impossible Mission team. Then Tom Cruise comes along and turns him into a traitor. So
That
why
was
would
more
I
the
want
writers
to?
than Tom Cruise, but yeah, I see it.
Come on, Tom Cruise could have had that be anybody else if he had wanted to. Come on.
Hey, you're barking at the wrong person because I didn't watch that show as a kid. Like everybody in my house did. I couldn't do it. I was little. I didn't want to see that shit. I wanted to see
Okay.
Buck Rogers or the Muppet Show or something. Not that.
All right. Let's see here.
What is it?
She talks in the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
I
Sean
didn't see
Connery
that.
talking to Indy, and says she
Yeah.
talks in her sleep.
Is he referring to? Oh, his mom.
No, talking about the German spy that they're both that this is where Indy finds out they're both sleeping with her.
Mm. Ew. Ugh. No. No.
when Indiana and Henry are captured, Indiana asked his dad how he knew Elsa was a Nazi. Henry quietly remarks, "She talks in his sleep." That is great.
It's horrible. No.
Oh, that okay. That's a piece of the Indiana Jones movies. That's my favorite movie.
Mm. See, now I
The
should have to go and watch that shit.
You've never seen the
I only saw the first two.
oh, you need to watch this one. You need to watch The Last Crusade
I
with
suppose I'll
Sean
have to.
Connery. Sean Connery makes every movie better.
That is true.
I mean, he
You're
even
right.
made
Highlander.
not Highlander, the one about all the monsters, the Monster Men, where he, uh, they got the Invisible Man.
Oh, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Thank you.
That's
He
another
even
one I
made
haven't seen.
he even made that movie better. I can't, he said the only reason why he accepted that role is because he turned down another movie that turned out to be a major franchise. And he said that he goes, well, maybe there's a chance this will turn out to be a major franchise.
Fear of missing out.
So, I mean, The League of the Extraordinary Gentlemen was a pretty fun movie to watch.
Okay.
I mean, it was nothing extraordinary, but it was still a fun movie to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good popcorn movie.
Alright. Oh, they're coming out with. Now that you mentioned, you just reminded me. They're coming out with a sequel to the Meg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my son's like, we're gonna go see that. I'm like, hell yeah, fist bump. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that movie was so good.
I've
I'm
never
walking
I've
in.
never seen the Meg. But
It was a lot of fun.
is it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to go ahead and watch that.
Uh,
I'll watch it with the wife. She likes shark movies.
how can you not like a shark movie?
Okay.
Shark movies are great.
Midnight Cowboy. I have never seen this whole movie.
Me neither. I'm walking here.
Yeah, a real taxi drivers tried to cut through the scene. So okay, which one?
Oh, I didn't like that, but okay.
Oh, the I know from Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. But when they reversed it and returned the Jedi, the whole audience lost their fucking minds. They were just, yeah, yeah,
Oh, they had her say it.
yeah, yeah. Everybody just flipped their shit. It was beautiful, man.
Yep. But, well, it's what movie was it? I didn't absolutely hate it, but well, this last Indiana Jones movie. All right.
Uh,
The okay. There are parts of it I was glad to see that they did, and there's a few lines slipped in there here and there that were callbacks to the other movies,
okay.
which were pretty, was pretty good. Okay, so a good callback scene, whether intentional or accidental, always makes the movie better. I never saw Malkovich.
What
I
movie
do
is that?
know this scene they're talking about, though. The guy uh, turns out the extra in the scene was drunk and decided he was going to do it, and he threw the can. I mean, the whole thing wasn't planned.
Okay. What movie is this? Oh, it's Being
Uh,
John Malkovich. Okay.
right. And one of the extras threw a beer can at Malkovich's head and yelled at him, "Think fast."
Fucking assholes.
And it was not planned, and but it actually stayed in the movie.
Hmm.
Oh yes, from The Fugitive.
I
Tommy
didn't
Lee
see that one.
Jones. Tommy Lee Jones ad libs the "I don't care" when Harrison Ford's in quite a few of these.
Hmm.
But um, Tommy Lee Jones is another one of those actors that when he was in up until the last 10 years, any movie he was in, I went and saw automatically.
Oh.
You know, Tommy Lee Jones in, okay, I'm going to go see it. That's the only reason why I saw that one with uh, fake karate man in it. Took,
Um,
on board the
Van
ship.
Damme or Seagal?
No,
Seagal's in.
Seagal.
Okay.
That was the only reason why I saw that movie because Tommy Lee Jones was in it.
Uh,
I like Tommy Lee Jones.
who doesn't like Tommy Lee Jones?
Return of the Living Meg. Oh, hey, Silvar. Glad. I'm sorry I missed you earlier.
Hey,
Magne,
Silvar, what's up?
Magneto. Okay. Zardoz. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Not that. I
Oh,
didn't see it, but
Zardoz. Come on. Yeah. Okay. I can see, but I mean, she only flashed her boobs for a couple of seconds there. It wasn't enough to make it worth the price of admission. Funny how I amuse you,
you can't. Yeah, Joe Pesci's fucking
Joe
awesome.
Joe Pesci.
Um, Never ask him where his shine box is.
Oh, him and Ray had that rigged up. Scene was actually something him and Lolita had worked off of on screen, worked up off screen to surprise Scorsese with it. Okay. De
Oh, wow.
Niro.
You talking to me?
Am I a bad person for saying I've never been impressed by De Niro? Spanky, get out of there. I De Niro is sometimes some movies I like him in, other movies it's like I don't. He's not an actor that I would ever consider a great actor. He just does. He gets some good direction sometimes in some movies. Jaws. You're gonna need a bigger boat. What in the heck was that? Oh, bird flying into the window. Just had a bird fly into my window. Had a dove. Everything Ermy did in this movie was ad libbed. Kubrick later stated that more than 50% of Ermey's lines were made up by the actor. That don't surprise me at all. But that's not a new line. I've heard that line before. I've ever seen the movie. That like sucking the chrome off a trailer hitch. Okay, what was that? No, I don't need to worry about that. Okay. When Poligato double crosses Vito Corleone, he's ordered, leave the gun, take the cannoli. Never had a cannoli, I don't think. I don't think I've ever had a cannoli. I need to make some just to see what they're like. Here's a guy that's
We are having a child malfunction issue today.
well, really? You got a child malfunction and I got a dog malfunction.
Mine are fighting. It's an
Oh,
autistic thing, so
well,
yeah.
do we need to go ahead and go? Let you take care of
I
that
just took
issue.
care of it, and they're both still alive. So
No murder hugs today, huh?
I'm like, no, 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 no. Oh, that sound fucking creeped me out.
Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear what I just heard? That high
What did
pitched
you hear?
whine? A high pitched whine?
No.
Okay. I just had a high pitched whine come through my headsets.
Oh,
Like I said, there's been a lot of weird stuff here.
yeah.
I watched the Silence of the Lambs,
Uh huh.
and yeah, I
You
can.
weren't impressed.
I've watched Jodie Foster in a half a dozen movies, and she's never impressed me in any of them.
Yeah. I like the
I
movie though.
a plank of wood, I think, would emote better than her most of the time.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
She
don't know.
just
I did like Silence of the Lambs though.
I did like Silence of the Lambs, yes. And this scene where he does that little sucking sound,
I can't do that sound. It's fucking
no,
grossed me out though.
right. I mean, her reaction to that was probably about as honest a reaction you'd ever get out of her.
Uh, you gotta give her props on that last scene where she was using the night vision goggles and freaking out. Oh wait, I don't think she had night vision goggles, did she?
No,
Somebody had night vision goggles.
he had him on, I think.
Yeah, that's what it's. And she was breathing hard and panicking and spinning around. Yeah, that wasn't planking there. It was pretty good.
Uh, uh, I've never watched all of Goodwill Hunting,
Me neither.
mostly because, again, I'm not a Matt Damon or a Ben Affleck fan.
Me neither.
So, as much as I like Robin Williams, I'm not a big fan of either one of them. So, even though I did go watch, I have watched the Bourne movie a half a dozen times. People call me Forrest Gump. Uh,
Dude, I can't.
oh, so that whole line was made up. Okay. Made up on the spot by Tom Hanks. Okay. That Tears in the Rain speech.
That
If
was the
if
best speech
if you
ever.
if you don't feel that speech in your soul, you don't have a soul.
I only saw the movie recently, but I fucking love that. Yeah.
You
Rucker
know.
Hauer was one of the best actors ever. Sorry,
Yep.
he went from this to Hobo with a Shotgun, and they were both good.
Rucker Hauer, his I'm trying to remember besides what was that? Was the medieval movie he was in?
Lady Hawk. I
Okay,
love that movie.
I
It's
was
one of my
thinking Lady
favorites.
Hawk. Uh,
It's that movie had an amazing soundtrack and the cinematography. Everything was just so fucking beautiful.
but this and Lady Hawk are the only two semi-serious roles he ever played that wasn't. I mean, a lot of his movies is either he sort of poked as sarcastic, or like his
They were
horror
trash. They
flicks.
were B movies. Like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, he was in the Buffy movie. You just reminded me. They had Hobo with a Shotgun, Blind Fury. Was it Blind Fury? I think it was.
yeah, Blind Fury.
There was another one. Oh, the one where they had to wear the collars and they couldn't be apart from each other, but they didn't know who the other person was wearing the matching collar.
Right, right.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. But yeah,
Um,
he's
then now the one where he was the bounty hunter.
trying to remember that. Don't remember it. Okay. He
Uh,
was in a mini series called The Tenth Kingdom where he was the blind huntsman.
okay,
I love The Tenth Kingdom. It was such a great mini series.
let's see here. Um, was the name of it Bounty Hunter? Wanted Dead or Alive.
Okay. I have to look that
Yep.
one up.
He played Nick Randall, who was Steve McQueen's grandson from Wanted Dead or from
Oh.
the TV show Wanted Dead or Alive.
Oh. He was also in True Blood. He played Sookie's grandfather, the King of the Fae.
Okay, I only watched the first season of
Oh,
that.
it was such garbage, but I loved it.
The first season I thought was pretty good. It was an interesting premise.
Yeah,
Vampires living pretty much out in the open in Louisiana. Uh, I thought it was a pretty good premise, and I was looking forward to getting better and better, and it just never got better.
The problem was it was based on a series of books, and every time they went off the books, it turned to garbage. The books were actually pretty good. They were a little trashy, but they were fun. And they changed the ending, which had some people, you know, how canon Nazis go. And but yeah, it was when they went off book, it was not good. The only thing they did when they went off book, and it was a good thing, was when they kept, oh god, Nelson Ellis, what's his fucking character? Lafayette, when they kept Lafayette's character. Because he was killed off in the books early on.
Which one was Lafayette?
The gay cook at
Okay,
Merlot's. Oh, I loved him
right.
so much. He died like a year or two after the series ended. He was fucking awesome though.
Oh, I forgot Gene Simmons was in this movie.
Which
Uh,
movie?
the Wanted Dead or Alive with Rucker Hauer.
Oh, okay.
He played one of the terrorists.
Mm.
I think my favorite Gene Simmons movie was the Runaway, with the robot with
I didn't see it.
dang it, the Magnum PI actor,
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Oh, okay. I don't think I saw that one. Tom Selleck was a beautiful man.
Tom, that was
Was
actually a pretty good movie.
was not a fan of him, but I could appreciate it.
Yeah, Runaway was good. It was a good movie. That come out 79, 80. Was that
I know that.
79?
Hmm,
Runaway, 1984. Okay. Then I knew I was in the States when I watched it. So I just come back from Germany when I watched it. It wasn't before I left for Germany. So yeah, they really did a pretty good job with the special effects in that movie. Kirstie, a very skinny Kirstie Alley is in it. So that's something you might be. That's another movie for you to look up.
hmm.
So, uh okay. Well, it's a few minutes after 11. All right.
Oh.
I need to go and punch some needles in my belly and sit on the couch with my dog.
Yeah, I don't need to witness that.
Well, you weren't going to witness it
You know what I mean.
anyway. I mean, I've done it while I've during streams
That is
before,
true.
but that thing makes so much racket that it's not funny.
But now that I know you're going to do it, it's not the same.
It's just when you hear that kick, 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 kick,
Oh,
as I'm rewinding the pump.
no, it's the idea of all those needles stuck in you like a fucking voodoo doll. Just,
It's only 6 needles.
I know, but it seems like more.
Uh, 3 on each side of my stomach.
You know what? We don't need to get more like, visual about this. I just need to go.
Okay. It's one tube coming out of the syringe.
Oh my
Then it goes
god.
through a splitter. And then each one of those splitters go through another splitter, which goes from 1 to 2 to each splitter, then to 6.
I can't do this.
So then you got these. I think, and that's the nice thing about having neuropathy, right? You
You don't
don't
feel it.
feel. I don't feel it. I don't even. I barely feel it when I pull that uh, Tegaderm stuff off, the
Hmm.
big piece of clear tape
Hmm.
that goes over top of them, because I barely feel that pull the hairs off my belly.
Hmm.
I barely even feel that. So isn't as much fun as a surprise noodle snore.
God damn it, Fury. Okay, you know what? That's not fair.
You know, the
I
cartoon Hobbit was actually pretty good.
I
The
never saw it.
animated
That was
Hobbit that
I
come
always
out
wanted to.
and that come out in '79, and the special effects I thought in that was good. Uh, Animated Hobbit. When did that come out? '77. Oh no, this isn't the one I'm thinking of. I don't think, because the one I'm thinking of had uh is one of the things where they took the real life, they had live actors doing scenes, and then they went and painted over them.
Rotoscoping.
Okay, so that was the one that I really liked. Yeah, painted Fury. You're right. The painted rotoscope. That's what I really enjoyed about that. So, all right. Well, we'll wait until Rama comes back. Give her a chance to say bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Y'all have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good weekend. Go take in a movie if there's one out there. Other than that, be with the ones you love and love the ones that you're with.